Assalamualaikum, my name is Farah Diyana binti Muhammad Fazih. I am from CS650 For my final year project title is Smart Garage Door. My supervisor name is Dr. Muhammad Imran bin Muhammad Arif. This is table of contents that consists of Chapter 1, Chapter 2 and Chapter 3. For Chapter 1 is Introduction, Chapter 2 is Literature Review, and for Chapter 3 is Methodology. Firstly, we go to the Chapter 1, which is Introduction. Firstly is project background. Smart Garage Door functions similarly to a convenient garage door. The user of a smart garage door may be granted of a high degree of security. Next, the system will connect to the Wi-Fi network at that one place only. If the other user try to connect to the other Wi-Fi, the garage door cannot open. Next is the project will use Internet of Things or IoT to build the smart garage door that has been used by nowadays. The aim for this project is to create a control tools that uses of Android smartphone as input to open and close the garage door. The problem statement for this smart garage door is lack of security. Some of the places are not secure and exposed to the danger or threat. Next is the smart garage door not opening and closing properly. The issue may be possible to rise up due to the default or the system or the setting. The garage door will be unsafe when not closed properly. Lastly is the garage door must be opened by manually. This can come troublesome with certain users, specifically for the disabled person. For the objective is to define the crowd and the latest system of smart garage door. Next is to investigate the method of security that been used in the system. Lastly is about to develop a smart garage door system that is user-friendly. Next is project scope. The user is able to control the garage door with the mobile application. The user also can use the system by means of ESP32, which enable them to use Google Assistant by typing or voicing. Lastly, the project will use C++ and JavaScript programming language. For this project significance, it will ease the daily life of the user to use the system. Second is it can help the disabled person to open the garage door. Next is it also can maintain the safety of the home and user with the high security. Lastly, the system can ensure the safety measure required to the users. Next is Chapter 2, Literature Review. Firstly is about overview of garage door. Garage door have many types that can be controlled by automatically or manually. Garage door are available in many types of material such as wood, metal, and fiberglass. According to the trusted sources, in the past, a conventional overhead garage door would have been constructed as a single-piece panel. That is dated by Halimatun and Katie 2004. Next is garage door can be divided into two, which is traditional and automatic system. Lastly, as the door are secured with a lock, this arises the difficulty of manually control that is stated by P.Y. Chan and J.D. Enderlich 2002. Next is for overview of development. Development is an element that growth, advancement, good change, or the addition of physical, economic, environmental, social, and demographic components. For development, there are many things can be done such as mobile application and also web development. According to Campbell and Jennifer 2017, among web professionals, web development usually refer to the main, not design aspect of building website, that writing, markup, and coding. Next is IoT or Internet of Things. IoT is a concept that intends to improve the benefit of always-on internet access. With the growth of users of smartphone and also smart gadgets, IoT also expand into the user daily lives. IoT have a wide range of users and smart garage door is the one of them. Smartphones are the one of the most important alternative for creating the IoT apps due to the low power of cost. Next is the sources said the emergence of the Internet of Things has turned trusted, long-standing confidence into unwriting network attack vectors. That is stated by J. Fontana 2014. Lastly is according to S.H. Sutar 2016, it provides simply and rational security overcoming the disadvantage and complexity of conventional methods. Next is mobile application. Mobile apps are a departure from the traditional integrated software system seen on PC. There are two major categories of mobile application, which are native application and also web application. For the native application, it is about design specifically for a mobile operating system that is most used by iOS or Android. According to Ambrose and I. Wingsmore 2013, a mobile application is defined as a software application developed specifically for use on small, wireless computing devices such as smartphones and tablets, that are rather than desktop or laptop computers. Next is advantages of mobile application. It will provide unique services and features to the user. There are many utilized social media channels. Other than that, it will help to improve the user or customer loyalty. Lastly, it also comes with offer instant and also a better customer services. There are three types of technique areas, which are remote control, Internet of Things (IoT), and sensor detection. For remote control, the remote control is a transmitter. A radio wave is created by the remote on a specific frequency. Next is the receiver take up the signal and depending on the situation that the door is open or closed. Next is Internet of Things or IoT. In the digital of world, the Internet of Things is a developing field. It makes life easier for people by using the IoT. Lastly, the Internet of Things is a concept that aspires to broaden the benefits of always-on Internet access. That is stated by Hidayatul and Zulanto 2017. Lastly, for sensor detection, sensor for garage door usually function in one or two ways, which are tile sensor and also door contacts. For tile sensor, are made up by a single detector fixed on a garage door. And for the door contact, are using a sensor and a magnet in these devices. Lastly is chapter 3, which is methodology. For this smart garage door, it will use agile development methodology. Agile development methodology is a methodology for creating a disciplined software management process that also allows for rapid change to the development project. This is a software development approach that consists of a single concept framework for multiple software engineering tasks. This method helps to minimize risk while developing the software. It will help for this project to be run smoothly without any risk. Agile development methodology contains 5 phases, which are plan, design, development, test, and deploy. Other than that, based on the agile methodology phases, the agile methodology is suitable for smart garage door for the user. Its features are adapted strategically that can adjust for the user by changing their requirement. First is plan phase. In plan phase, the information and data are collected. The data and information that being collected consists of objectives, scope, limitation, and others. In this phase, the problem statement can be defined and it can be solved by doing this project. Next is design phase. After finish identify all the requirement needed. In this phase, we can do the flowchart to see the flow of the system. The system will be more understand by using the flowchart. The user interface also can be designed to see the features. Next, can create the application system for the user to use it. For development phase, the initial stage of develop are focused on developing the system that will work seamlessly with the product. The system will go through several rounds of development which will provide basic functionality. For this project, coding that are be using JavaScript and C++. It can prevent and secure the system from being hacked. Next is test phase. This phase is to compile and test all the requirements needed to complete the system successfully. It also can test the system performance and can fix for the bug in the project. The system can run smoothly without the errors. Lastly, for deploy phase. The final phase can identify the advantages, strengths, limitations, and also future recommendations for this project. The system is ready to be used for end user. It will make the user job become easier and faster. This is the flowchart of the project. Here we start with the motion and then we connect to the Wi-Fi connection. And then it go to the motion is detected. If yes, it will pop the notification and the garage door will open. If no, it will send the alert notification. If no, the user must restart the system. If yes, the user must respond. If no, the user also has to restart the system. If the user respond, they will pop the notification and the garage door is closed. And that is end of the flowchart. This is the figure of system architecture. As shown in the figure, Internet of Things is based on 4 simple building blocks called IoT architecture that are sensor, Internet of Things IoT, framework and gateway, cloud server, and mobile application. First is about the sensor such as temperature, humidity, pressure, motion, and lux. Sensor may be found almost anywhere and they collect data from the environment or a specific location. Next is a gateway to the internet for all the things and devices that the user wants to interact with. Gateway serves as a link between the internet network of sensor nodes and the external internet that is also known as the World Wide Web. Moreover, the cloud server is for the data sent through the gateway is usually stored and processed on the cloud server, such as at the data center. Lastly is the mobile application that will help end users to control and monitor all the devices from remote location. These apps push important information from the cloud on the smartphone and any devices. This is the hardware that used for my project. First is ESP32. The number 2 is LED. Then is RC522 RFID. And lastly is servo. Next, the software that been used in this project are Blink and Arduino. Next, we go to the chapter 4, which is design, development, and testing. Project design. The project design is where the concept, methods, resources, and deliverables are planned out. For this project design include both of the hardware and software requirement. The final form for the project structure is by design. This is the home page for mobile application that consists of button which is on or off. Then it has reset button. Other than that, it has LED which is green and red. Next is Google Assistant page application. The user can type or voice to use the application. This is the RFID card that we use in this project. The user can scan the RFID card at the scanner of the RFID. Lastly, this is the prototype for this project. Project development. Project development is the process and ability to plan, organize, and control resources in order to achieve the project goals. The system will be following the steps and will run in the project development. In project development also can achieve the objective of the project that can be run more smoothly. The purpose of this project also determined by the development. This is the flowchart for mobile application. The smart garage door can be controlled by using mobile application that are using on or off button. Before use the application, the user must connect to the Wi-Fi connection on their mobile phone. Then the system will verify the button that are on or off. If the button is on, it will go to the yes statement, which means the green LED light will turn on and the garage door is open. Next, if the button is off, the red LED light will turn on and the garage door will close. Other than that, the user can use the RFID card to open or close the garage door. This is the flowchart for RFID card. The user also must connect to the Wi-Fi connection on their mobile phone before use the application. Next, the user must scan the card at the RFID sensor or scanner to open or close the garage door properly. If the RFID card is correct, it will go to the yes statement, which is the LED green light will turn on and the screen will appear the owner of the RFID card. The garage door also will open. Then, if the RFID card is incorrect, the red LED light will turn on and the garage door is closed. Lastly, this is the flowchart for Google Assistant. The user must connect to the Wi-Fi connection before use the application. The user can use the Google Assistant by voice or typing to open or close the garage door. Then, if the user wants to open the garage door, it will turn on the green LED light and pop up the message to the user to show that the garage door is open. If the user wants to close the door, the LED red light will turn on and it will show the message the garage door is closed. Project implementation. Project implementation is the process of setting a project development into action to generate deliverable and also known as a product or services. For this project is to implement features in the system that can satisfy the project objective. The project is success with the determined by the features of the function. The features for this project are can control, open and close the garage door, use the specific RFID card, control the garage door by using voice or typing, then the garage door will auto close after it will open, and lastly it will use the LED light. Testing. Testing is the process of determining on how the system is performed and also to determine the amount of knowledge or skill obtained. In this project, the user testing is done by creating a Google form to know the system from starting until end. This can be tested to the user to know their opinion on the system. Last chapter is chapter 5, which is conclusion and future improvement. In conclusion, for this project is using IoT development to create the system for the smart garage door. The project objective was fulfilled by user testing in the previous chapter, in which the user provide and give feedback on the system function. Based on the result of the testing phase, the project completely meets the user requirement and expectation. The goals for this project have been achieved, which the user can use the different method to open or close the garage door. This will make it more easier and helpful to the user to open and close the garage door without using traditional method. The limitation for this system are the application cannot be shared with another user. The RFID card is limited to the one user only, And lastly, when the Wi-Fi connection is off, the garage door could not function. For future improvement, allow the other user to control and use the system. Next is connect to the system with any Wi-Fi connection or mobile data. Lastly is produce some of the SIM code of RFID card.
Hey Google, open door.
Hello, your door is open.
Hey Google, close my door.
Goodbye, your door is closed.
That's all from me. Thank you.